Hi everyone, how are you on this Tuesday? The topic today is what are you willing to pay the price for freedom? My name is Bess McCarty. I am founder and coach with the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers, making network marketing simple. I'm also called the Shrink of MLM, and today that is the cap that I want to wear when I talk with you about the price of freedom. For a lot of people, and by the way, freedom, that's a picture behind me there. I painted that. And that is how I feel with the freedom of flight, with the joy of breaking through mindset blocks, breaking through obstacles or boulders in our road. It's that freedom that we can feel that's like flying. So I guess that's a good picture to have back there today. This is another picture that I painted, an inner vision that I saw of the light and going forward toward the light. I like to express myself as an artist too. So the topic today, what are you willing to pay for freedom? What is the price? Does it seem too much at times? Does it seem too high? Well, this is how I help people with my counseling and coaching, also a body-mind therapist. But I'd like to talk today about this, and then I would like to open it up to questions, comments in a little bit. So if you're joining, feel free to type hello in. If you are watching the replay, please type replay so that I can thank you for watching. And if you are a Network Marketing Pro, please type pro in, because I'm proud of you for being a professional. So what does freedom cost? For many people, see how you feel when you hear all this. For many people, it costs work, patience, time, commitment, belief, persistence, trust, gratitude, and acquiring skills. A big one, I think, a price of freedom is overcoming discouragement. I think that coming back after discouragement is maybe one of the biggest things that we can do. You know, and I think this takes down a lot of people, discouragement does. It might be the biggest enemy that I know of. Welcome, Jeff. Glad you're here. In network marketing, or maybe in any business that you have of your own, there's no guarantee for the next paycheck. Even a job there isn't really nowadays, but you could at least kind of know what you're going to expect, kind of a steady income. But in network marketing, it's unknown. You don't know what's just around the corner, and you don't know that the next person that you talk to might join your team or even become a top earner. I just talked with a new client today who told me that a person that she sponsored 30 years ago ended up sponsoring a lot of people, and that has made her about $50,000 a year for the last, I think, 30 years, she said. And you just never know what's going to happen. So we keep going. But it's having faith not only in yourself, but in the numbers and in your skills. If there's one thing today that I can hope that you take away with you, it is for you to become immune to discouragement, to become bigger than discouragement. And so we get discouraged. Oh, thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. We become discouraged when something doesn't work, when we tried it a few times and we say, oh, this isn't working, or I can't do this, or what do people think of me? Hello, Tiffany. Welcome. Glad to see you. So how to be bigger than discouragement and not give up too soon? Well, I think that you need to get past that minimal thinking. Minimal thinking is, how little can I do before I get paid? How little do I have to do to get paid? And that is the thinking that a lot of people have in a job. And a lot of people bring that along to network marketing or to your own business, whatever it may be. Hello, Marty, welcome. Glad you're here. Love you guys to type pro if you consider yourself a network marketing professional. And if you know someone who who would like to overcome mindset blocks on the way to freedom, how to overcome discouragement and so on, I'd love if you tag them so that they could get benefit from this too. And let me know you share it if you do, because I'd like to thank you for that. Hello, Cash. Welcome. Cash Matthews was a guest on our show last week on the Facebook Live here. So if you're on my page and you scroll down, you'll be able to see the wonderful gift that he gave us in his book and his wisdom. I'm still learning from that book, Cash. It's opening my mind. In fact, that's what I'm talking about right now. It's not how little I need to do to get paid. It's thinking bigger than that. It's thinking as far as, well, I'll go into that again. How little that I need to do to get paid. I've talked to 5 people and it didn't work. Gee, that's all I can do. It took everything I've got just to get up the courage to talk to those 5 people. I just can't do that anymore. I just don't have any more to give this. And I want to encourage you to know that it's the numbers, and to switch your thinking to how little can I do to how generous can I be? How many people can I help and serve? What is my why? What would my day be like if I saw how many people I could help rather than how few people I could help? What if I could give more? What if I overgave? What if I enjoyed myself as a generous person and had high goals? What if I fell in love with making a difference rather than making a buck? So that is the mindset thinking I'd like to encourage today. Hi, BJ, how are you? Welcome, everyone. And if you're a Network Marketing Pro, I'd love for you to type in that. If you'd like to tell me where you're from, I can welcome you from there. And if you know someone who can use this, I'd love if you shared or tagged them in the comments. So with that, and we're gonna take comments and questions in a few minutes. So with that encouragement to think bigger, how can I give? How can I overgive? How can I become more of a giver? Of course, you're going to get more in return. And not how little do I need to live on to get by, right, Cash? Because we learned from Cash that last week when we were talking about money and budgeting, he wrote a book called Money University, which is like a basic class 101 in how to handle money and prepare for a future. And I learned even more in that book that if you think, oh, this is all I need to get by for living or even for retirement, well, surprise, life throws curves and surprises, right? So there can be inflation, recession, emergencies, unexpected taxes. Our family has needs. Our children, our aging parents might have needs. The dog might have a big vet bill. Unexpected things happen all the time, let alone taxes eating up a lot. So to think over prepare, think over earn for my future, for the well-being of my family. Think of over preparing, and think of over giving. Give more than you're asked to or than you need to, rather than how little can I do. So really, to succeed and to have that freedom that we want, it really takes 3 things. And one is the skills. The 7, and if you're a network marketer, the 7 skills of network marketing, which is finding people to talk to, inviting them to look at your business, presenting, including telling your story, follow-up, including handling objections, and signing them up, and getting them started fast and successful, and then getting them to events. These are the 7 skills. If you master these, then your time and effort and your results will come back greater, and you'll get that freedom. The second thing you need to get to that freedom is mindset, a positive mindset. And so we look, and this is something I help people with the skills too. In my school and in private coaching, we set up practice sessions and role playing and drilling until you get your 7 skills up to a 10. The second thing I also help with, and that is mindset. As the shrink of MLM, I look and see where there might be fears, subconscious fears you might not even be aware of, and negative beliefs that can hold you back. You say, well, I'm putting out the effort, I got the skills, but something still is not working. Then we take a look at mindset and see what that is and correct that. and reprogram it, just like a computer programming, because a lot of times it's set from our childhood. And we go in and as a body-mind therapist, to go in and take a look at that and see where it came from, and we change it and reprogram it, and suddenly it works. And I'll put a link in the comments about a program I have to do that, running a program right now called Mindset Clearing, getting those boulders out of our way so you can speed ahead. The third thing that we need for success is numbers. You need to get out there and talk to the people, because we know that just it isn't just talking to one person. It's a small percentage of people that will join, and even smaller that will be active, and an even tinier that will become top earners. So it takes wading through the other people to get to these. Plus there's attrition, right? People drop away, and you always need to find new people and get new people in. All successful businesses do this, and network marketing is no different. That we need to just continually talk to people, and we need to keep filling our pipeline of people that we are talking to, and fill our team. And of course we want it to grow, not diminish. So I encourage talking to two new people a day. I'm not talking to them, but presenting your business, introducing your business to 2 new people a day at least. Otherwise, the attrition will catch up with you, and you won't be able to grow. One example, a quick story. Walt Disney. I love this inspiration, and I have a few notes here I'm just going to read from to make sure I get them accurate. Walt Disney, lifetime dream animation company. So at 19, he started his first animation company. It didn't sell one cartoon. It went bankrupt. He was devastated. But he started over. And he started an animation studio in an old garage. Worked for 5 years with no income. Produced a short film. Lost the copyright to it. Was crushed again. Broke. Spirit was crushed. But he tried again. This time with a new character. And people didn't like it. I think he tried again. He made a short film. Tried again. And it was the third one that took off. It was Mickey Mouse. He reinvented that character. So he had some success with that, and he decided he wanted to make a feature-length film. Everybody said, oh, that's a terrible idea. That's a bad idea. But he did it. And it took him 3 years, and the equivalent of $25 million today is what it would have cost. And he ran out of money, ran into problems. He mortgaged his house. But after 3 years, finally it came out, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Remember that? And it made the equivalent of $134 million of today's money. And I think it made the most money of a film in that year. And then he went on to win 22 Academy Awards. So he just didn't give up through all that tough discouragement. And I don't know about you, but that encouraged me to know that is the price of freedom, is to keep going. Even through all the discouragements, to not give up, to believe in your dream and in yourself and in your company if it's a good one. We know that network marketing works. It's made hundreds of millionaires in the world. And if you're in a good company and you get the good skills and clear mindset and you do the numbers, that's the price of freedom. Right there, that's the recipe for freedom. And are you willing to do that? Not just give it a little bit, but to give it your all, to give it what it takes, and to keep going until. Anybody have questions? So that's my information I wanted to present today. Anybody have questions for a network marketing coach? For a body-mind therapist? Anyone have a comment that you'd like to share? Your wisdom, your experience? What has been your cost of freedom? What's been the hardest point for you in your career? In your network marketing career? Is it working through the low points, through the discouragement? Is it learning to be coachable or humble? Putting aside the ego and say, well, I'm willing to learn the skills that it takes. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put in the practice time. After all, doctors will put in 10 years of learning to do their practice, and attorneys, I don't know how many years. In network marketing, are you willing to give yourself 90 days to learn the skills and become coachable and learn from people that are successful? So maybe humility is another price for freedom, or maybe it's courage. Maybe it's courage and confidence, or maybe it's just the work and the being willing to go to school, in a sense, and get your skills up, or be humble enough to have a coach or learn from a mentor who's done what you want to learn how to do. Any comments, any questions? I'm glad you're here. If you're watching replay, I'd love if you type replay. If you're Network Marketing Pro, I'd love if you type that in, because I'd like to congratulate you for that. And if you know friends who could benefit from this, I'd love if you tag them, because I want to help as many people as I can. Does anyone have a takeaway today? Something that you got from this that you can put into use, into action in your life? I'd love if you type that in. I will put a link in the comments about my mindset clearing that helps you to look. I help you, and we work together to look at the blocks that are in the way of your success and of your freedom. And we go in and we see where they came from, and we rewrite that programming so that you can speed ahead to success. This is a wonderful program that I run. It's running now. People are joining that and doing their clearings. So I would love for you to be able to check it out. I have a free class about that. I'll post in the links so you can check that out. And some real good tips in that class about how you can overcome fear right away with 3 body-mind techniques, including breathing. It's real simple. It's all free. So I'll put that in the links. And welcome, Octavio. Glad to see you. Any questions before I sign off? Comments? Experiences? What is the price of freedom to you? What have you had to pay? What are you willing to pay? How hard has it been? How worthwhile has it been? It's not easy, but it's worth it, right? Very, very worth it, the longer that you're in it. So pay the price that's up front, which is the learning curve. Pay that price and stay with it, you guys. That's the price of freedom, that persistence, that vision. Keep your vision. Next week, Tuesday, every Tuesday, 2 p.m. I'm here, 2 p.m. Central Time. Next week, I will be here to tell you stories of mindset clearings and breakthroughs that people have had. I hope that inspires you, kind of like the Walt Disney one today. So, love to see you then. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you do in network marketing and your business or job, whatever it may be. Thank you for all that you do. Take care. Bye-bye.